Yo, what's going on guys? It is JD here back with another 2K video. And as you can see on your screens, 2K have today released the new set of throwbacks. It's the last one, so there's no more Throwback Thursdays after today. And this is the Suns and the Heat. We have already got these guys locked in and ready to go. So we're going to redeem our tokens here, 15 tokens for each collection. Very nice indeed, as we are now over 550. So we're getting very close to getting the 750 that we need to get a Galaxy Opal. And as you can see there that just popped up, we've now completed another one of the goals. We've now got 24 out of the 25 completed. It's going to go over here. It's going to keep on going to the completionist. And we have now completed the entire throwback collection. So all we need now for those 3,000 tokens is all three 20th anniversary sets completed. As you can see in the top right, I've only got 5,000 MT. And that's because we've gone out and picked up the pink diamond Giannis. So not only have we got a diamond contract on this guy, we've also got the diamond 3-point shoe, the foam posit, whatever it's called. We've got that on him, which boosts driving layup, the 3 ball up to a 79, ball control 91, 95 shot contest is the best shoe by far in the game, 93 acceleration as well. And we picked him up for 360,000 MT, so not too bad. I've seen a lot of them go for like 400 or so thousand. Let's have a look at his price now. Of course, the moment Giannis did come out, and that has changed his price a little bit, but there we go. Jesus, damn, I've really got a good deal. The same shoe, the same diamond contract, and the same badges, and he's selling for 100k more than I bought him for. That's crazy. I'm almost tempted to sell him for that to get the profit, but two identical cards selling for 30,000 difference, and they're listed exactly the same time. Doesn't really make any sense, but that is just the logic of some 2K bidders. But it doesn't affect us. We got him for a very good price, so I'm very happy with that. So we now only need that MJ, and we can lock in this set, get that Galaxy Opal, Chris Paul, and then we are a third of the way to getting those 3,000 tokens. But the problem is, MJ is like half a mil MT. And as you can see, I've got 6,000, so we're quite far away from getting that at the moment. But the throwback sets from today, is there anyone that is usable in any of these collections? Well, the only one really that is from the Heat that you can use is going to be this Glenn Rice. Very nice card. He has had some ridiculously overpowered cards in previous 2Ks. This one coming with gold, limitless and deep range as standard, so pretty much a sharpshooter in terms of his badges. 6'7" is decent in terms of height, and of course his shooting is going to be very nice. 84 mid, 91 3 ball, bit of driving dunk, nothing crazy. He can't speed boost, only the 80 ball control. 83 defense is not bad with a shot contest there, and he is a nice and quick, nothing crazy, but definitely usable. So if you're going to lock in this set, he is the card that you're going to use. None of these other guys are anywhere near going to be usable. You're going to see any of these rocking in Myteam Unlimited, that is for sure. In terms of the actual price you want to be paying for these guys, I usually try and get all of them in terms of, well, everyone that's purchasable, because of course this one is coming from the token market. Everyone else you try and pick up for around 2,500 MT. So you're paying around 20,000 coins for the entire set for the 15 tokens, which isn't too bad. So you're paying 40k for the two sets for 30 tokens. And out of this Suns collection here, of course, Channing Frye, still an absolutely fantastic card to this day. Played over 100 games with him, so we really know exactly how he plays. In terms of the other cards, no one is really going to be used. Grant Hill coming in with a pretty average card, you know, like 81 mid-range, 67 3-ball. He's not even got a great driving dunk on him. Nothing crazy there. Dennis Johnson's barely got a 3-ball on him. He won't be used at all. This shooting guard, Dick Van Arsdale, great name that is. He's going to be the only guy that may be used. We've got 86 driving layup on him. We've got 88, and we've got 92 mid-range, 93 ball, and he also has good defense with a 92 shot contest and 85 speed. So he may actually be used a little bit, but everyone else is pretty average, it has to be said. So if you're going to lock in these sets, just know that you are locking them in purely for the tokens. You're not actually going to get any use out of any of the players. But that is true to the majority of these throwback sets. So we've now got all of these completed. That looks great. Of course, we've got all of the current set completed as well. And yeah, now we are just on that final little grind towards getting those 750 tokens. We need under 200 now. So hopefully they release some more locker codes as we get closer and closer. But of course, they have released some throwback elite cards with the throwback sets, and we've got some very nice ones. As we said, we've got a diamond Tim Hardaway is already selling for very, very cheap by the looks of it. He comes with 4 Hall of Fame badges, but you can see why he's so cheap. 6 foot is going to be unusable. We've got Dimer and Pick-a-Roll Maestro, so he comes with some nice badges, and he does have 99 offense and 98 defense for someone who's 95 rated. That just makes no sense, but that is pretty standard of 2K these days. And in terms of actual stats, they're absolutely brilliant, it has to be said. Everything is the high 90s pretty much. Shot contest at a 90, passings all high 90s. All offensive stats really, apart from the post game and the driving dunks, or any dunking really, at 6 foot. That is to be expected. But in terms of the actual shooting, very nice indeed. Passing great, and of course speed absolutely lightning quick. But you'll never see this guy, and if you do, you're going to have a great game. So you're just going to be shooting over him for the entire time. This is a card that might actually be used and will definitely sell for quite a lot more than that Diamond Tim Hardaway, and that is going to be Amethyst Eddie Jones. So his Ruby came out at the start of the game from the token market, and he was a fantastic card. A lot of people still use him to this day, and this one is coming with 12 gold and 2 Hall of Fame badges, including defensive stopper and limitless range on him. And in terms of his actual stats, he's 6'6", which is decent. 87 for the driving layup, not bad. 89 mid, 95 3 ball, 89 driving dunk. He can speed boost with 92 ball control. He's got good defense as well with a 96 steal, and he is nice and quick. So Eddie Jones is definitely an Amethyst from these throwback sets you want to be picking up, especially if you've used his Ruby and you know just how good that card is. So a couple of the heat ones there, not too bad. And then we come over to the only pink diamond that they did release with this set, and it is this Amari Stoudemire. Not bad at all, it has to be said. A lot of people are saying this is the new 20th anniversary Anthony Davis. So 6'10", 8 Hall of Fame badges. Hustle rebounder, very nice. Posterizer, of course, and Lob City finisher, and Tyler Scorer, which is a very, very underrated badge. And he's got some nice gold ones as well, but you probably will have to badge him out quite a lot. And look at these, are the first time I'm seeing these stats, and everything high 90s there. That is crazy. Post fade at a 95, mid range at a 96, 3 ball and 85, but you can obviously boost that with a coach and a shoe. 97 driving dunk, 96 for the contact. Obviously no ball control on him, as he is a power forward. The defense is a little bit lacking, I have to say. 89 block, 89 shot contest. That could definitely be higher. But we've got a 95 for the rebounding across the board. And it's got 97 vertical and 89 speed. That is crazy for someone who's 6'10". So this guy can definitely rival that Anthony Davis card, it has to be said. He's got bids on him at around 200k, so that's not too bad for a card this good. Also in the Suns throwback sets, we had a Diamond Shawn Marion. A lot of people complaining about this card because it actually hasn't come with a Diamond with Hall of Fame defensive stopper, which is very surprising. But he still comes with Posterizer and Hustle Rebounder, not too bad. And of course, he will have defensive stopper on gold somewhere. There we go, right at the end there. So yeah, it's a shame he can't boost that up, but he still does have ridiculous defensive stats. Come down here, 94 shot contest, 90 block on a small forward. That is crazy. And a 96 steal as well. We've got 96 rebounding across the board for a small forward. That is unbelievable. 95 driving and contact dunk on him. 93 ball, 92 mid-range. That card is still absolutely fantastic. So it will be interesting to see how much he goes for. It will be interesting to see if he goes for a buy now very quickly, or if it takes him a little bit of a while for his price to settle. And the last card we had was this Walter Davis that was released. 6'6", coming in with Tyler Scorer difficult shots. The two very nice Hall of Fame badges. In terms of his actual stats, like I said, this is the first time I'm seeing them. We've got 95 driving layout with 95 for the mid. 82 3 ball is lacking. Good driving dunk, he can speed boost. Decent defense, nothing crazy on that, and good speed. So a pretty well-rounded card, it has to be said, and you can see here, he's going to be nice and cheap. If you want an Amethyst that is going to be nice and cheap to pick up, this card is definitely going to be one of them. So now we've got those throwback sets out of the way, there is nothing really that we can lock in to get any more tokens. Of course, we've got the entire Heat Check collection, which we haven't touched any of, so if we really do get desperate, we might have to start locking some of these in. The only problem is they are so expensive. The silvers for pretty much all of the sets sell for over 5,000 MT. So you're going to be looking at like well over 50,000 MT per set for the 25 tokens. And that is very expensive, especially when you need to lock in a few of them. And the cards are never going to get used. They're basically just locking in and wasting MT to get the tokens. But I will be playing plenty more of Triple Threat Online. Of course, that's a great way to get tokens. Myteam Unlimited, not so good. Basically getting like 1 or 2 tokens per game if you get lucky and you get towards those 10 and 11 and 12 prizes. But, of course, there's a lot of stress that goes into that and a lot of time. So Triple Threat Online is definitely the thing to do. And hopefully they just release a couple more locker codes that do give out big token rewards, because now these throwback sets are done, that's 30 tokens every 2 weeks that I was getting that I will no longer be getting. We've got all the jerseys locked in, we've got everything else locked in. So there's not much for us to do, and I don't really have the MT to even complete the heat checks if I wanted to. And that's, of course, because we've got this Giannis. And I'll definitely be getting some gameplay with him over the next couple of days. Let's just check if I need this badge just run out. Hopefully he came with him. As standard, he did fantastic. Good job to the guy that already had him. Has he got defensive stopper on him as well? He does. Cool. So our Giannis is pretty stacked. And like I said, bought him for 360,000. He's selling right now for 450,000. So we got a mega deal on him. Really happy to say I picked him up for a very cheap price. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. As usual, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.